Welcome to day 12, you guys. Now, the ad sets we had created yesterday with the new page seem to be doing decently well, and like a lot better than what had happened yesterday. But I want to see what happens with this, and I want to just actually now try and scale all my winning ad sets, right? So, the goal earlier, because you had noticed I created a lot of ad sets based on like a lot of different interests. The goal with that was to try and figure out what were the best 2 or 3 audiences that just really worked well with this product. And now as we get more data, like in a day or in 2 days, we'll have enough data to actually figure out these are the 2 or 3 best audiences that are working for this product. And then we are going to try and scale into those audiences, because in my previous blockbuster winners also there was always like 2 or 3 audiences that worked like much better, and even in scaling, right? So I'm going to be just targeting on those 2 or 3 audiences in the future, but let me just see what the results are like, and then based off of that, in the next couple of days I'll be doing the scaling decisions on those audiences.
So I've just selected all of the targeting based audiences, not the retargeting ones, but all of the targeting audiences. And I've just done like lifetime for basically this month, what's happened with them. And ad sets, if I go to ad sets, there are total 93 ad sets we have created. Now I'm just going to do a really quick thing. I'm going to sort by website purchases. And you're going to notice a quick little trend here. So US 2, US 4, US $4.50. Again 2, even though this was worldwide, the sale came from US, so 2, again 4 and 50, then 15, 16, 17 got a 1 sale here and there, again US 2, US 4, again US 2. So what I'm noticing is that like US 2 and US 4 are the ones that are getting the most sales. So if I actually edit this, let me just check out the audience here. So this is outdoor recreation and winter, right? Let me close this now and show you US 4. I think that's outdoor recreation with engaged shoppers. Yeah, outdoor recreation and engaged shoppers. So these are the 2 audiences. Like outdoor recreation audiences are the ones that have been performing the best so far. Interesting. This is one of the perfect examples to show you guys like how to react when you realize like what your audience is like. So just check out the initial copy on the product page. Winter is coming, stay warm outdoors with a USB heating jacket. So I added this paragraph here. Specially built for people who love outdoor recreation and winter sports. Winter is no longer an excuse not to go outside. Whether you love riding, hiking, running, skiing, golfing, or fishing, get this heated jacket and make some great memories this winter. Awesome, right?
So today I'm going to tell you guys about some optimizations that I've done on the landing page, because I was noticing a lot of visitor recordings, and on the basis of all that observation, I might have looked at least 200 to 300 recordings so far of that jacket, and I know like what is driving people away and what keeps people, and like how people scroll. So on the basis of looking at all of that data, I have decided like to make a few optimizations, plus because I observed like outdoor recreation was our best ad set. So based on those interests, how I actually talked their language. So I'm going to explain all of those concepts to you guys in just a bit.
Create a custom audience of video viewers, not a lookalike right now. First I'm going to create a custom audience, and then I'm going to create a lookalike. So custom audience is going to be built on engagement of a video and people who viewed at least 95% of it. Alright, so I've selected the video here, 30 days, right? Because video views add up really quickly. We're going to give this a of heating jacket, 95 video views, 30 days, right? That's pretty much it. So then I'm going to create a lookalike audience. Expand your audience, and I'm going to create United States, and I'm just going to do audience size of 0 to 1% for now, and then see what happens with this ad set.
So welcome to the ad management day of November 12th now. Now, of course, this is showing November 11th right now because we're still 1 hour away till hitting like 12 a.m. for 12th November in the Pacific time. But let's get started with ad management here. So I want to show you guys. So I've added a few more fields here in the columns here. So you can see it's changed up a little bit. So amount spent, unique content views, website adds to cart, unit checkouts, initiated website purchase. So this is the entire funnel right there, like how people are progressing through the funnel. Website purchase, conversion value, the ROAS, cost per purchase, cost per add to cart, cost per link click, unique outbound clicks, CPM, etc., etc. Now, as you can see, like I closed down the worldwide campaign because it spent like $18 almost. No add to carts. The content views were about 60, so people were clicking through and going to the page. Cost per clicks were super cheap, as you can see, 12 cents per click, but doesn't really like. So I'll target like tier 1 countries probably later, but right now I want to just focus purely on US. Just build up those lookalike audiences and take it from there. So now we are in like retargeting 1. So as you can see, like retargeting 1 had like 7 clicks and like 7 unique views, and like 3 people bought the product. Like 15 clicks were there, 7 unique content views were there, and out of them like 3 people purchased. The ROAS is insane on the retargeting ad. So this is working very well, and I'll be actually working a little bit more with the retargeting ad as we increase our traffic to this product. Now as you can see, like US new phase 2 I created yesterday. Like this was $10 ad sets that I had created, which were basically copies of the one that had US one that had created earlier, like with $5 ad sets. So it's the same thing, and the amount spent, as you can see, everything else is here. So like if you look at these stats, like closed off this one because this was not getting like any clicks. So this was getting like it was like super high cost per click, like 1.59, right? We got one sale from this campaign with a nice ROAS of 8.26, but all the other ones are decent so far, so I'll let them run for another day. So my whole thing with this is like I calculated the break-even ROAS on this one. So break-even ROAS is the return on ad spend that you need to be break-even with your ad spend and your product cost. So in my case, because a lot of people are buying like the upsell as well, people are not just buying like the $50 product, but actually the actual conversion value goes up to $70 on this. So I removed shipping from this. So I created like free shipping over $65 because I noticed like a few people were wanting to check out. I saw at least 2 or 3 recordings from my memory where people reached the end of the checkout process and after 69.9 it added like $4.95 shipping and they just exited. So I would rather like have them pay me 69.9 than have them exit. So I won't be cringy about the $4.95 shipping. So I removed that. Now I'll let all of this run for like one more day. So the basic equation comes down to this: like if a campaign has spent like if an ad set has spent like $20 and not gotten a single sale, so I'm basically going to close it unless like the ad set performs really poorly, like in the clicks metric. So if it's getting like super high cost per clicks and everything else. So let me show you like US one right now. So this is the other ad set, of course, and I'll take you guys through like all the other new ad sets I created. I created like an hour ago before recording this video, but I'll explain you all of this. So these are all the other ones like 2, 4, 2, 4, 17, and I've also closed down 4, 8, and 18. Why? Because the cost, like this one had got no clicks after spending like 3.27, so I closed this one down. The others had like 2.21 and 3.35 cost per clicks, which is super high. And difficult to make profit. Like it's a game of probability, right? So if you're getting like $3 or $2 cost per clicks, it's difficult to make profit probability wise, right? So as you can see, like this one, even though this is like $2, but at least it got us a sale after spending like $4.62. So that's why I've left it on. But if no sale, then the other metric to look for in this case, especially because this is not one of those products where you get like insane number of add to carts. Like people who add to cart, like there's going to be like 30 to 40% of those are going to end up buying. So add to carts won't be that high, but the number of purchases is what we're looking at, and the cost per clicks metric. So now we're left with all of these. So even 17 does not look rosy because 1.58 cost per click. But again, I let it run for another day. Let it spend like total $10 each because total amount spent is like $471. In fact, I can actually do lifetime. Maybe they've spent higher amounts. So this one I spent like $6. Let me just let them spend like $10 or so, and then I'll make a judgment call on these. If they still get like high cost per clicks, no add to carts, then I'm just going to close the ones with higher cost per clicks. For all the other ones, I'm going to let them run till like $20 spend. Unless like the cost per clicks get higher. Now let me just move on to the other part. You see here, two sales came over. Like one was for the 4 with the $50 manual bidding. The other was for 4. So the US 4, which is like outdoor enthusiasts plus engaged shoppers. So this one was the actual interest that was working really well all across the board. So what I've done is I've actually created like 5-6 new ad sets. And what I've done is like outdoor recreation plus engaged shoppers plus horseback, hiking, golf, fishing, snowboarding, skiing. So I've created all these ad sets which include outdoor recreation and engaged shoppers and this interest. Now what's going to happen is like these are going to spend like $5 each. These haven't been started yet because I just created these ad sets like an hour ago. So they'll start in about 1 hour from now. They're already approved, so they're scheduled right now. So I'm going to be creating 2 more ad sets in front of you guys today. And those ad sets are going to be, of course, duplicates of the ones that are already working. So in this case, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to phase 2 campaign, and I'm going to duplicate US 4 because this has gotten us a sale at a higher budget, right? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to give this a budget of $50 right now. Now I want to give this like a good chance of performing. Again, I'm going to close it down if nothing happens in like $20, if the cost per clicks are higher or whatever. So I'm just going to call this like a $50 ad set. Right? So that's pretty much it. We're going to give this a budget of 50, start it off on 12:00 a.m. and then everything else remains the same. And pretty much it, buddy. I think we're good to go on this one. So I'm going to launch this, but one important thing I'm going to do is I'm going to exclude like CP visitors 60 days because this is a higher budget. We don't want people who have already bought or been to the page to see this again. So just going to publish this one. And the other one that I'm going to publish is a $50 manual bidding ad set. And that is going to be published in the previous one, in this campaign right here, US new. And in this one, what I'm going to do is take this campaign because this one was successful for us. So I'm going to duplicate, this ad set, original campaign, and then going to just duplicate it to manual bidding. So this is going to be budget $50. That's pretty much it. Right, so this is just to let me know like whether the budget is fine or not. Again, this one is going to start off on 12th at 12 a.m. Everything else remains the same. 50 is fine, and I'm going to exclude CP all visitors. For these larger ad sets, like we don't want the other people to see this who have already seen the ad. Now let me click on publish here. So we're going to let this get published. Till then I'm going to just look at the retargeting ad right now, just to see like we're spending about $15 per day budget, and this has worked really well for us. So I might actually consider even upping the budget because the CPMs are super high on like retargeting campaigns, as you see here, like $54. But how does it even matter when you're getting like such amazing return on ad spends? So I'm just going to increase the budget of this to $20. And we're going to see now what this does, because of course we're adding new campaigns, so more visitors are going to come. So all of this said and done, we should have a much better result hopefully in the future. So this is the basic kind of scaling that I've done. So I've actually increased my budget. So yesterday, let me just do today. So today if you exclude the $18 spent on this, so 140 minus 20 is about $120 is what we've spent on these three ad sets, and they've resulted in total sales of about $335. Now we did get a couple more sales, but they were attributed to the ad sets we had closed yesterday, right? So that's why you'll see here the heating jacket US one got another sale, the retargeting one got another sale, but these were like old people who had been to the page, they had bookmarked it and then bought it. So these were attributed to like these closed campaigns. But for these new campaigns, this is the current story right now. So yeah, let's see what happens. So I'm about to record a video on like buyer psychology right now for the Hindi and the English channel. But you guys have probably seen these concepts by now, because this one will be published I don't know, a month from now. So anyways, so what I want to talk to you about today is like buyer psychology, like why people buy, and what I did to the USB heating jacket just to ensure that people buy. So a lot of that again is about observation, and I talk a lot about observation, how you observe like how people react and engage with your store and take decisions based off of those observations. Now, what I did was I installed the Lucky Orange app, right? So I actually look at a lot of visitor recordings based on what people do. So I've taken a lot of decisions on like changes on in the copy, the images, the footer, and everything else on the Common Panda product page of USB heating jacket. So let me show you guys here. So what I did was I removed a couple images that were like useless, that were already covered inside the content also. They were just being repeated, so I removed it from the top here. What I did was I also removed like the countdown timer here, because like this is a different type of buyer. Like I noticed a lot of people were just leaving as soon as the countdown timer appeared, so they're probably feeling like no, they didn't want, they probably had a bad feeling about the store or whatever. So these are different kinds of buyers. Like these are not like low ticket buyers, these are mid ticket buyers, right? So you have to treat them with a different sort of respect. So I removed the countdown timer for now, and it's been working decently well for now. I am doing things that to improve the conversion rate, because see, you're getting 3% conversion rate. If you can up it to 4%, it's just free money, right? So just come over here. So couple more things you need to pay attention to. So I made this a H3 so that it highlights winter is coming, stay warm outdoors with the USB heated jacket. And then I added this paragraph specially built for people. I already told you guys about this. And I also added this image, which was like snow sports, snowboarding, horse riding, fishing, biking, specially built for outdoor enthusiasts. And what I did was I also created like my own custom, what do you call it? Size chart, because I realized that the other one was like the text was way too small, so it was not that legible. So this is what I built, and I just built this on a Keynote, right? You know, the PowerPoint version of Apple. So I built this on a Keynote, exported this, just took a screenshot and just dumped it inside this product description page. Looks much more neater and better. Now, another quick change I did to the footer was this one, where you have the like Let's Encrypt, Shopify, PayPal, PCI DSS. So this is one thing to add trust, because I noticed a lot of people were scrolling all the way to the bottom and then suddenly leaving, right? So they probably, and they hung out for like a few seconds inside the footer area. And of course, what I'm talking about is like the mobile view, right? So people that were scrolling, they reached the footer, they read the footer, and then they just exited. So like, wait, were they looking for something in the footer? So I realized, or they're probably looking for like trust symbols. So I've added like Let's Encrypt and Shopify Secure and all these PCI DSS, because like these are all Shopify built-in security measures that Shopify has. So I added all of this to the store. Now I want to see like how this affects our conversion rate. But the whole point is like I tuned my message, the conversation and the message I'm having with people who want to buy the jacket. So I tuned it so that I'm completely focused on outdoor enthusiasts, right? The entire copy is about like outdoor enthusiasts, people who like winter sports and people who like going outdoors and having fun and having recreation, playing outside, all those people. So I covered all these sport names. I added the paragraph which is like, this is especially built for outdoor enthusiasts. So you have to learn to like communicate with your audience rather than be just way too broad. Now, if it's a broad product, of course, then it's a broad product. But this one, because I'm noticing the audiences that are working are like outdoor recreation, sports-based audiences. So I just combined both of these things, and the entire copy reflects that. So these are a few changes that I would recommend. Like once you start understanding what your audience is about, then you make all these changes to your product description, your messaging, your ad, and everything else, and you'll be able to reach a much better audience who are much more inclined to buy, thereby increasing your conversion rate. So anyways, this was a quick little tip for you guys. Now tomorrow is going to be unlucky day number 13 or lucky day number 13. We'll soon find out. Until next time, okay, tata, bye bye.